G'day. Now I've been moving some stuff around the house and I've completely cleaned this room out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook the TV and the Raspberry Pi up, but I'm going to show you how I go through with the cables and make them neat, because I don't actually like seeing cables. So I'll just show you how I do that. Now I've got speakers installed up here, similar to what I've got in the lounge, with 5 speakers just installed for the sound system. And I've got them coming down the wall and just popping out here. Right, so where that comes out of the wall, I've just laid them in parallel and put this spiral wrap around it, so it sort of keeps them together as a bit of a loom. And then on the ends, I've just got a bit of heat shrink around there, a little bit of red and black, just so I know which phase to put them all in, so positive and negative kind of thing. And I've put a different amount of them for which speakers, so it goes left, center, right, rear left and rear right, okay? And on the ends of the actual conductor, I've just soldered them. So basically it keeps them together so you don't have copper strands fraying everywhere as you unplug them and plug them back in all the time. So it just keeps it neat. So that's how I've got them coming out of the wall. Now on the back of the screen here, on the back of the TV, I've got this VESA mount here that was for one of the Gigabyte Bricks computers, but I'm not using that anymore. I'm using a Raspberry Pi 3. So I'm gonna leave that there and just zip tie this to that. And I'm going to take the cover off the Raspberry Pi, because all that essentially does is create a heat trap. There's no real point to that, and I'm not going to see it back here, so I'm just going to leave that off. So that'll go there with a few of these around it. Now I've still got some previously done cabling from the last setup I had, and most of that will still be okay until I get down the bottom, because I changed the sound system. Okay, but for up here it should do fine. So what I've got is the Ethernet cable coming in here. I'm going to have the PoE splitter to provide power and continue with the network, and the sound that'll go down to the speakers, and just the HDMI to the TV. I might actually do it that way and get a shorter HDMI cable actually. I've got a couple of those. Okay, I've got a shorter one here, similar to what I used on the projector, so I don't need that big one there. Let's put that in, and looks like the Raspberry Pi is going to be mounted vertically like that. Okay, so that bit's done. I've got the network coming up here and being split through the Ethernet and the power, and I've also got the audio plugged in, the HDMI out going into the HDMI and the TV, and of course the TV's own power cables in there as well. Right, to connect from the power point, I'm just going to use a 2-meter extension lead, so that can go over to the cabinet without me having to run 2 separate power cables, considering the TV one won't reach anyway. So I'm just going to have that go to a power board and make it all neat. Alright, that's pretty much it. Just got to put the shelf back in position-ish. Okay, it's all set up and running. I've just got the sound turned down, but it's all right. But I'm just not satisfied with a couple little things. But they're only small. I can fix them up. Like these cables down the side are a bit visible. So what I'm going to do is get some of that spiral wrap, but black spiral wrap to match this, and just run them down there. And I might just tie these together here just to keep them parallel, and maybe put some ornament or plant or something down the side, but it's up and running. Of course, the best way to hide cables, in my opinion, is to completely hide them behind the TV. So if you've got a TV on the wall, obviously it's best to have the sockets behind there, then you don't even have to worry too much. It's going to be hidden just by nature of it. So behind the TV, I've just got an Ethernet connection, and there is an antenna socket there, but it's not even hooked up inside the wall, let alone the TV. And there's a Raspberry Pi hidden down the back there somewhere. Obviously you can't see it in the PowerPoint for the TV, so that's just there in an otherwise very empty room, ready for some big changes around here. Alright, so that's just a bit of a demo on how I do some cabling around here. Basically I do it so that I can't see it, because I don't like seeing it. Anyway, that'll do for now. Till next time, take it easy.